Good afternoon, and thanks for having me here. I'm here at Joe's Barber Shop, where I kind of view my political life beginning.
Uncle Joe's.
Start again. Uncle Joe's Barber Shop.
He told me yesterday.
Uncle Joe's Barber Shop. Uncle Joe's Barber Shop here in Martinsburg, West Virginia, where I sort of consider my political life beginning. 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago today. It is June 6th. It's 3 days from the election. I think we've done a lot in the months leading up to this election. We now have 3 days. In fact, June 6th right now is 76 years ago today. D-Day, the storming of Normandy by American British troops to liberate Europe. And I think we need to look at the state of West Virginia, and we need to look at our Supreme Court, and I think the voters of West Virginia need to take back our court, our own D-Day. You know, today is the last day of early voting. Tomorrow you have time to think, and Monday you have time to think of how you're going to vote. And I respectfully ask that you vote for Bill Schwartz. And here's why I got into it in the first place. Over 2 years ago, our Supreme Court was involved in a scandal. A use of money, taxpayer money, and a disrespect for our taxpayer money. $32,000 couches, over $3 million in funds used to renovate offices in a state where people can't buy a house. Our taxpayer, my taxpayer dollars were paying for that. And I was outraged along with everyone else. I decided to do something about it. At the time, I had spent 30 years as a lawyer working throughout the state of West Virginia, raising a family, a boy at Marshall University, a boy at Capitol High School. And I paid my quarterly taxes. I paid my people that worked for me. I paid my rent. And I watched as people who wore robes for decades acted as if the money was their money. And I wanted to take it back for the people of West Virginia. That's why I got into it in the first place. I'm back again because I don't think my job's done. I don't think that I've made the statement that I needed to make. And I don't think the people of West Virginia have taken back their court yet. And they have an opportunity to do that in 3 days. They have an opportunity to vote. They have an opportunity to vote for someone who's going to be a taxpayer among the robes. Someone who's going to be a watchdog for fairness. Whether you're the governor or you're a janitor, the facts and the law are going to apply the same to you when you come to me. Right now, I believe, and I believe it's been this way for a while, there are a few people at a table in Charleston, West Virginia, who are making decisions for the rest of us. And if you're not at that table with them, you are on the menu. And what I'm asking the voters of West Virginia is to get off the menu. You get off the menu by voting. You take your seat at the table and you make decisions for yourselves, and you take back our court system by voting for a taxpayer among the robes. I've made a cute little saying, and we have this here, is, may the Schwartz be with you. And it's to remember me. And there's a movie and a spoof on Star Wars, but it's to remember my name. And I do that because I want people to remember who I am when they go to vote. I believe the idea behind that little spoof and the idea behind the force be with you from where it came from is that you believe in something, that you believe there's something inside you. And I gave a speech a few years ago that I called, How About the Good This Time? And I don't think I'm great, but I think I'm good. I think I'm flawed. You know, during this virus that we've had the last few months, I'm what you call an at-risk person. I've turned 60 years old. I'm a cancer patient, I'm a heart patient. I'm not a perfect person. I've gone through depression, I've gone through divorce. But I pulled myself back. And I think we as a state can pull ourselves back. We can stop losing population. We can bring in population. How do you bring in population? You bring in population by predictable and fair results at our Supreme Court. If you're a business looking at Maryland or Virginia or the Eastern Panhandle where I'm standing right now, you want to know that your court that you're going to be dealing with is fair and predictable. And it doesn't matter whether you're the governor or janitor, or it doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican. It's a time as a lawyer, as a justice system, to put principles of fairness over politics. Whatever party you are, I'm politically unaffiliated. I'm politically unaffiliated for a reason. The law in West Virginia regarding judges should be nonpartisan, is there for a reason. It doesn't matter whether you have an R next to you. It doesn't matter whether you have a D next to you. The law and the facts should stay the same. The Constitution says what it says. Federal and state says what it says. I'm not on the court to legislate. I'm on the court to apply the law fairly. And if you come to me, you're not on a menu. You're at the table. My name's Bill Schwartz, and may the Schwartz be with you, and vote for Bill Schwartz on June 9th. Thanks for having me here again at Uncle Joe's Barbershop here in Martinsburg, West Virginia. And I've come full circle. I'm back here again, and this time we win.